Hello and welcome back to another Burst Digital the Purple Rain podcast. And what a first weekend back from local tea that we have had. Just incredible. You had Ottawa sell out, Montreal sell out, Vancouver at near full capacity. But it's Seattle I was shine the spotlight on today. I mean, just wow. I mean, we knew that when Seattle was awarded the expansion team last year, we knew that they were seen as the big women's sports capital of the USA. They already got a pro women's soccer team and a pro women's basketball team doing quite well. So hockey just seemed a natural fit. And I think it's been really impressive to see how Seattle has literally just taken this team to heart. And it's been so amazing to see those fans come out and just prove that the league made the right call in picking Seattle over other markets. And wow, I was not expecting, this crowd that we got, to I'm blown away. I'm literally just blown away by how much we saw from Seattle there, and just incredible, absolutely incredible. Wow, yeah. So the Torrent Spurs game back from the Olympic break was Friday, the 27th of February, and they were hosting the Toronto Sceptres. Now, of course, the last time those two teams made a climate pledge, that was quite a bit of a balmy night, because we had about, 10 goals combined, and with a lot of really, fast scoring as well. It was just crazy. It was a crazy night. So it was interesting to see what this match was going to bring, especially how these two teams are where they are in the standings, both desperate for those regulation wins. And we could tell straight from the watch the game that, this looks like a really good crowd on hand. Don't think it could be a record breaker, because Clyde Arena could only seat 17,151 people. So no way was it going to be able to beat what we saw on the Takeover Tour with Capital One Arena. No way was that going to happen. And I was very surprised when both things happened. Okay. So, yeah. So it was maybe midway through second period, David Kowalski mentions how the crowd currently in attendance is 17,151. And all our draws just dropped. What? So every seat! Because remember back in November when I said the only way that somebody was going to be able to beat, because this was before Washington happened, the only way someone's going to beat the record Seattle set, and I hope the only way that's going to get beat is if somebody can fill out every single seat. And yet, here we go, somebody did fill out every single seat, and it was the Torrent, the exact same team who smashed the record literally in week 2 of the season. That was incredible. And then it got interesting, because then later on, during the third period, where you normally get attendance to be announced, we then got word that actually, no, it's a new US record. We're like, how's that possible? Because I double checked the capacity for Seattle, it only seats 70,151. But no. So apparently, the actual attendance number on that game was 17,335. That's right, a new US attendance record. Now, it begs the question, how much standing capacity has Seattle got? Because in order to have done that, you'd have to probably get, standing room only tickets? How many is that possible? Because you'd think with the US arenas, you'd think that there wouldn't be a need to have standing room only tickets. But it's more so a standard you'd see in Europe, because we don't build our arenas properly. We don't build them to capacity. So what? It blew my mind. Just incredible. Absolutely incredible. And it's the biggest attendance for a primary venue. A record that Seattle broke. They already got that record. Seattle already got that record. The Torrent had that record back in Black Friday. You are the biggest attendant in a private venue, and you just basically go and smash your own record. It's like just crazy. It's like crazy to see, you know, and it's incredible. And it just proves what we keep saying to you guys. It proves what we keep saying to you guys. Everyone watches women's hockey. We keep telling you. We keep telling you this. You don't listen. Everyone watches women's hockey. Okay. Come on. Get on board. No excuses not to. You know, so... But just, oh, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Now, I know what some people are going to be thinking, well, yeah, it's, you know, Olympic booze. And I don't care. Do what? I don't care. I don't care how you're getting these fat spectators into the building. As long as you're getting them into the building, I don't care what the reason is, okay? And isn't that the whole point of the Olympics? Is that people watch these sports they don't see day to day, year in, year out, and then once every 4 years they get to watch these events on the telly and think, oh, that sounds quite nice, I might want to see if I could go get involved with that. That is kind of what the Olympics are there to do, you know? So, don't be surprised if you see increased ticket sales on the back of the Olympics, because that is what the Olympics are supposed to do. It's supposed to give your sport a boost, a much needed profile boost, and this was the boost that we kind of needed to get. So I don't care if these high attendances are a result of an Olympic boost. I don't care. As long as we get these spectators into the barns and checking out our game, that is the main thing at the end of the day. So obviously we want to get as many people engaged with the league as possible, and this is the best way to do it. So, just wow. And it just, nights like that kind of blow my mind as to why has it taken so long for Seattle to become a hockey market. Because remember guys, it took, what was it, more than 100 years to get an NHL team in Seattle. So of course Seattle, and I know Seattle's history, Seattle was the first, the Metropolitans were the first team in America to win a Stanley Cup. And yet, that was back in 1917, and yet it took 101 years for the NHL to go, right, yes, Seattle, you can come and join our boys club. Okay, whereas we said, welcome to the family, Torrent, in season 3, in year 3. So it just blows my mind how it took a century to get professional hockey into a market like Seattle that clearly loves it, and they've proven it. They've shown up night in, night out. You know, come rain or shine, through the good, the bad, and the ugly. And that is what you want a hockey market to do. You know, be there for the good and the bad. Yeah, so, it's just, yeah, I mean, Seattle definitely is a hockey market. There's no denying that. You are definitely a hockey market, and it's just incredible to see. It's just amazing to see. It just blows my mind, and of course, warms the heart, because obviously, you know, you guys know how much I care about women's hockey, and to see it get this boost like that is just absolutely brilliant. And who knows, we could have some more nights like that coming up in the next couple of weeks. Obviously, just more teams get their first home games back. So what's crazy is that I brought this up like yesterday. We were watching our game in Montreal. So I brought it up. Was like, hold on, is our first home game back from Milano when we are out there? And Mina just went, yeah, it is. I know, crazy, right? Yeah. God, that meant the Minnesota has not had a home game for more than 2 months. That's crazy. Yeah, but don't be surprised if we see more teams, you know, get their first home games back. Don't be surprised if you are seeing attendance boosters. So we've had New York, which let's face it, didn't have that big of a boost, did it? Yep, we've had New York have had their first home game back. Seattle's had their first home game back to a royal success. Ottawa's had their first home game back. Montreal's had their first home game back, and Vancouver's had their first home game back. So it's just us, TO, and Boston who have not had their first games back from Milano. I know us and TO will have those this week. TO are... Oh no, not this week, sorry. It's just TO this week! Oh my god, fine. TO's got theirs this week. It's tomorrow, actually. March the 3rd against Montreal. And of course, we will have ours in a week's time when we're actually going to be there. Sorry, still trying to get used to getting back into the swing of it from Lolo, so the head's taking a little bit more to sort of reprocess, and then yeah, not sure when Boston's first home game back is from Milano. I don't know. We'll have to check that. Yeah, so don't be surprised if we see these boosts happen, because you know that's what you want Olympics to do. You want people who haven't been involved in the sport before to look at it and go, "Ah, that's quite impressive. I should maybe see if that's near my area." And then obviously they can get involved, so it's incredible. Yeah. And this is now the third time this season alone where the US attendance record for women's hockey has been smashed. Okay? It got broken first this season, obviously mentioned on Black Friday when the Torrent hosted our Frost in what was their inaugural home play. That was on Black Friday. And that was a brilliant crowd despite it being a holiday. Okay. Then obviously on the Take-Up tour in Washington, which of course took us all by surprise, it got broken there again. That, of course, that was the first time that a PHL game got to the 17,000 marker. And obviously you just had last Friday this game, which didn't just smash it, it blew the roof off. I mean, how were they able to get that many people into Club Pedro? Because there's got to be some health and safety issues there. I mean, to have that many is just like, wow. I mean, these buildings, they do have capacity for a reason, okay? Health and safety has to be involved here. Yeah, and you know what, guys? I think in April, it's possible that record's going to get smashed again, because both Madison Square Garden, who the Sirens will be hosting the Torrent on Easter Saturday, that's April the 4th, and TD Garden on April the 11th, when the Fleet will host the Victoire. Both those arenas have enough capacity to smash the record again. So don't be surprised if on Easter Saturday, MSG then takes the record, and then a week later, TD Garden goes, you know what, have it! And smashes it again. And then it would then get very hard to then that get beaten, because obviously you then have to go into what we saw in Bellsetter, the 20 to 21,000 region, which I'm not sure many US venues can do. Yeah, so don't be surprised if this record gets smashed again. I remember saying after ago, I thought, oh, Seattle, enjoy it while it lasts, because I don't think it's going to be yours for long. It's like last year when Denver smashed it, and I was like, well done, guys, but maybe don't get too comfy, because along comes Detroit. And of course, what happened? Well, we know what happened there. Yeah. But in terms of primary venues, this is the highest attended primary venue game for any team in PHL. I think we're the only ones who could probably beat that, because I think we can hold up to I think at least 18,000. So I think we're the only ones. So if somebody wants to try and take that primary venue record off Seattle, I think it probably will be us, because I think we can do it, because I mean we can hold it to at least 18,000. So it's possible we could do it. Yeah. So just honestly, it's just incredible. I mean, honestly, 17,335. Just that is over capacity. That is bursting at the seams, and yet it's just incredible to watch. And you know, this is an expansion team, guys. Okay, this is an expansion team in their first season, trying to find their way into the league. Haven't had that much great success on the ice. I think that chemistry is what's probably letting them down. It's something they've talked about quite a lot of times. I think one of them did mention it when we did the first half look back during Milano. Yeah, so obviously the Torrent still got quite a way to go. And I think with the Torrent, if I was in their position, I would probably be thinking maybe start looking at how you can get high in the draft order. But anyway, that's my opinion. But it's just I'm honestly in speechless, guys. I'm literally just lost for words, because I'm just so proud for them, happy for them, and it's just incredible. And this just sees our sport just keep growing bigger and bigger and bigger, and we are actually getting very dangerously close to the 2 million fan mark. You remember last season, we broke the 1 million in attendance record, which we didn't think was going to happen last year. So obviously, when it broke this time last year, we were literally only 14 months in operation. And look at us now, we're 24 months. Not 20. Sorry, no. 36. Oh, sorry. We're 36. Sorry. It's numbers there, my strong point. We're now 36 months. So obviously got to do add 12 to that. Or was it 26? Sorry, we're 26 months in. Oh my god, sorry. Numbers have never been my strong point, guys. Look at us now. We're now, yeah, because obviously last year we were 14 months in, so obviously got to add number 12. Yeah, 26. So look at us now. We're now 26 months in, and we're getting very close to the 2 million mark. Could it happen when we're in Denver? Could it happen then? Oh, wouldn't that be brilliant? And I could go, look, we have the 2 million attendance game. Ooh. Yeah, but we are. I don't know the exact numbers, but we are getting very dangerously close to the 2 million fans mark. So don't be surprised if me Purdy come back up here just before playoffs and have to do a video on that, because an episode on that, because we are getting very dangerously close to that figure. So yeah, it's incredible, and it's just to see the women's game just grow and grow and grow. It's incredible, and yeah. And I think that game really validates further the league's decision to go with Seattle. I mean, us three, we all said last year when we all thought Vancouver was going to get it, we kind of all felt you have to also go Seattle because it just makes the most sense, the most logical sense. And we've all been proven right. We've all been proven right that Seattle was the right choice, the right candidate, because like I've been saying, and I'll keep saying it, I don't want any market in this league. I want the right markets. And Seattle has proven they are the right market. And it's just incredible to see them grow. It really is. And just so excited to see what's next. Because I think there could be some more nights like that in Seattle. And here's what is possible when you put a PHL team in NHL venue. I mean, we have done very well. I think the highest we ever got was about 13,000. I think that was in our inaugural Horror back in season 1. But this is what. But I think the Torrent are showing us. This is what happens when you put a PHL team in an NHL venue, and they are able to bring in the punters. They're able to get the spectators in and see with their own eyes, and thinking, yeah, this is amazing. This is even 10 times better than the NHL ever is. Yeah, it's absolutely just incredible watch, and yeah, it's brilliant. I'm honestly speechless. I just lost words. I'm just so pleased for them, and incredible, absolutely incredible. Yeah, but honestly, I don't think we're surprised that the expansion teams are leading the way in attendance this year, because obviously it's new, it's exciting, but also they are in facilities that are able to bring out these fans. Climate Federation, of course, 17,000. And Pacific Coliseum Vancouver, that can hold up to roughly 50,000. So I'm not surprised the expansion teams are leading the way, because they've got themselves in primary venues that can hold these big crowds. And you've also obviously got us in Minnesota and Prudential Center in Newark, which also can do that. Now we do okay. I'm not too bothered about our attendance. I mean, we do fine. But Sirens, come on, guys. Even you guys should be able to double your normal capacity rates. No? Nothing? 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 What is it, that market? I really don't. God, if Leggy was here, she'd be having a hissy fit. I think she did mention last year how if the expansion teams pull their weight, then we have to really start looking at the Sirens. So, yeah. But it's absolutely incredible, and I would not be surprised if we see more nights like this to come. Not just in Seattle, but pretty much elsewhere, because these tickets, they're selling like hotcakes. Everyone watches women's hockey, and I mean everyone. It's not just me. It's not just all the fans who cause other PHL bands. It's everyone. Everyone watch women's hockey. And over the next few weeks, you're going to see a boost in attendance. It's going to rise and rise and rise. And yeah, we're getting close to 2 million, guys. And that is incredible. Because you go back 3 years ago when the league was formed, nervous would have thought that would have been possible. Nervous. And yet, here we are. It's just incredible. It's an incredible achievement. And I think Seattle really need to just pat themselves on the back because you've done absolutely brilliant. You've been absolutely amazing. And I just could not be more happy for you guys. I really am. I really not. Yeah. And of course, obviously, Torrent are the first team that us three will be seeing on the trip next week. Really excited for that. That's the first game, which is on Friday the 13th of March. So really looking forward to seeing you guys. It's gonna be really amazing. Yeah, so just incredible. Honestly, 70,335 fans showed out to a women's hockey game at Clyde Pedro Arena. Think on that for a moment, because have the Kraken in 5 years now? Have they ever, in any of their games, filled out every single seat? Have they done that? Have they done that? I don't think so. Okay? This was a sellout. And sometimes in sports you hear people say we've had a sellout. Well, I can see 1 or 2 seats there that aren't got somebody on them. So, yeah. So this was a true sellout. Okay? Ask me this. How many AHL teams have sold out every single seat and filled every single seat? Give me examples. That's your homework. Go and do that. Okay? Because here, we had a PHL team that not only filled every single seat, but even sold standing room early tickets. Okay? That's commitment. That's commitment to the cause. Okay? That is commitment to the cause. So as I go and leaky now, think on that. How many AHL teams have, from time to time, filled out every single seat? Ponder on that as we wrap up the show. Ponder on that. Ponder on that. Okay? But I think Seattle Torrent, you should be so proud of yourselves, guys. 17,000 British 35. Amazing work. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, so that's going to do it for us today. And until next time, take care and don't forget to build the freeze.